A young teenage college student, female, wrote this essay, and I thought it was so powerful that I wanted to read it to you. When I was younger, it was so difficult to see being black as anything but a curse. It always seemed to me that we came in last place every single time in this country. They only appreciated us if we were singing, acting, or playing basketball. My father tried to teach me our rich and deep-rooted history, but I was never interested because, to be honest, I wanted to be anything but black. In school, they would only teach us about all the gruesome things that slaves went through. It was a difficult thing to want to identify with. Growing up in a predominantly Dominican neighborhood didn't help either, because at the time, none of them would dare identify as being black. It was just something nobody wanted to be. I remember in 2012 when the news first hit that an unarmed black boy was shot and killed. All he had on him was a pack of Skittles and in Arizona. Hearing that devastating situation and just knowing that he could be killed purely based off of his skin color was haunting. Knowing that Trayvon Martin would never graduate, never have kids, never accomplish his goals, all because another man was threatened by his skin color, broke my heart and made me not want to be black even more. It wasn't until 9th grade when I finally went to school with people who looked like me and weren't ashamed of it, that I started to see being black as something to be proud of. For a long time, I just saw being black as one thing, but it goes so much deeper than that. So many different cultures, languages, and looks, but at the end of the day, we all have being black in common. Being around other black people helped me be proud of who I am and where I come from. I permanently put a stop to relaxers and went natural. I started listening to everything my father was trying to teach me. It was a refreshing feeling to finally embrace who I was. I realized we are an incredible group of people. We're not just singers and basketball players. We're inventors, doctors, scientists, teachers, designers, trendsetters, and so much more. Not to mention, this country was built on the backs of our ancestors. What's not to be proud of? However, the trauma left behind by slavery, segregation, and everyday discrimination is deeply ingrained and goes back generations. But unity against oppression is where our power lies. Being black is so important to me now that I can't believe I wanted to be anything else. I love it here. We still have a long way to go as people and many cycles to break. Not only do we face racism from outsiders, but the black community has a huge problem when it comes to colorism, which is just another thing to keep us divided. At the end of the day, we as people need to realize that we are all one and all fighting for the same cause, equality and justice for me and you. The fact that Trayvon Martin wasn't the first or the last unarmed black boy to have his life snatched away from him is disgusting. The fact that the very people who are supposed to protect and serve are the ones killing hundreds of unarmed black teens is disgraceful. The fact that a man can be screaming, "I can't breathe," and they still won't let up off of his neck is horrifying. When one of us can't breathe, we all can't breathe. The heinous acts against black people in this country cannot continue, and the fact that we have to fight for our basic human rights is mind-blowing, but it's what we have to do. This country has thrived off of racism for too long, and we have grown tired of it. We live in a society where we're taught to hate everything about ourselves, from our hair to our features to our style. But this has to change. Little black girls shouldn't be sent home early from school because their natural hair is a distraction. Little black boys shouldn't be taught certain protocols to prepare for interactions with police. Black parents shouldn't have to wonder, will my baby come home today in one piece? After sending them outside. Black people shouldn't fear for their lives every single day. This movement is so important to me because I want to know that I am leaving behind a better world for my grandkids and their grandkids, where they won't be looked upon because of the color of their skin, but realized for their outstanding potential. Being a proud Black woman is my biggest accomplishment, and when I say Black Lives Matter, I say it with my chest. Side note, this young lady who wrote this letter is my daughter, Odyssey Bowser, Stony Brook University class of 2023. This is the Black Dot, and I approve this message.